Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Jago Castro. The Armed Forces successfully carries out its recent resupply mission to the Ayungin Shoal. AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar told a big story that China may have allowed the mission to proceed to ride out criticisms. Recall that Chinese ships bombarded Philippine vessels with water cannons earlier this month, prompting condemnation from the international community. Aguilar added that there was no special arrangement with the Chinese government to send supplies to troops stationed at Ayungin. He explained that there would be no need for it anyway, since the area is within the country's exclusive economic zone.
That's a possibility, and that's, I think, the most probable scenario. And from this initial success, we will build on it. It is important that we have to maintain the pressure, because it is important for everyone, for the whole world, that this encroachment in our area, in our maritime zone, will not be tolerated by us.
The United States clarifies that there was no exclusionary purpose in the Philippines not being invited to the maritime drills in the West Philippine Sea. Washington explained that this naval drill just happens to be among US, Japan, and Australia, and that they conduct these drills with other countries as well. Earlier this week, the Armed Forces of the Philippines claimed it was not informed of the joint drills. Despite not being part of this particular exercise, the Philippines is already preparing for the next Balikatan exercises, with the U.S. set for April 2024. Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Toots Ople passes away at the age of 61. The DMW said Ople passed away around 1 p.m. on Tuesday while surrounded by her family and loved ones. No cause of death was given, but Secretary Ople had been battling breast cancer for years. Ople bared that she was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in 2019 and underwent breast surgery to remove the tumor in 2020. In late July, Ople took a break from her duties to grieve the passing of her two elder brothers, former Hagonoy Mayor Felix Ople and former journalist Blas Ople Jr., who both succumbed to lung cancer. Ople, who championed the rights of migrant workers, was appointed by President Bongbong Marcos last year to take the helm of the newly created DMW. The president has since expressed his sorrow over the death of Ople.
It's a very, very sad news. I have lost a friend. The Philippines has lost a friend. Secretary Toots is a special person, and with a deep compassion, really, for the people that she had to care for, namely the migrant workers. And she was very, very. It's a big loss.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Some transport groups want a 5 peso increase in the minimum fare for jeepneys. Pasang Mazda and Altadap filed a petition before the LTFRB on Tuesday. They seek to increase the jeepney fare to 17 pesos from 12 pesos due to high fuel costs. Pasang Mazda President Obet Martin told Radyo 5 that deliberations on their appeal might take some time. That's why they are asking for an immediate provisional increase of 1 peso. Other groups earlier asked the LTFRB for a 2 peso fare hike and a surcharge fee of 1 peso during rush hours.
Ito kung mga pagtasa nangyari neto sa loob ng 3 linggo, ay nawawalan na po, Ma'am Sherry, lang ating mga jeepney drivers ng more than 400 pesos a day. Kanya po yung aming inihain with prayers and provisional increase of 1 peso po para lamang mapantayan yung maggastos ng pagtaas ng ating petroleum product.
One agricultural group calls for the abolition of the National Food Authority for failing to ensure enough rice buffer stock. Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura or SINAG said they received reports that the NFA preferred to buy imported rice instead of sourcing them from local farmers. Prices of imported rice have been going up due to high production costs and India's export ban. For SINAG Chairman Rosendo So, the NFA buying local rice would have helped stabilize the prices of the commodity.
Hindi nila ginawa yung mandate nila na bumili ng palay. So yun ang bottom line diyan. Na hindi pala sila bumili ng bigas, palay sa ating magsasaka, no? And nalaman din natin na sa India sila nagni-negotiate ng bigas. Kung gagamitin ulit nila yung pera for importation, no? And wala sa mandate nila, we'll file a case against NFA.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez leads a welcome dinner for the officials of FIBA's Central Board. Accompanying Romualdez in hosting the esteemed visiting officials were Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Chairman Emeritus Manny Pangilinan, President Al Panilio, and Vice President Ricky Vargas. Also present were Senator Sani Angara, Deputy House Speaker Robbie Puno, Philippine Olympic Committee Chairman Bambol Tolentino, and Philippine Sports Commission Chair Richard Bachman. Among the FIBA officials who were in the welcome dinner were FIBA President Hamane Niang, FIBA Treasurer Ingo Weiss, Secretary General Andrea Zaglis, and FIBA member Celestine Adjanohun. The welcome dinner was held at the Bureau of Treasury building in Intramuros, Manila on Tuesday. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. The FIBA World Cup starts August 25. Support Gilas. Support Team Pilipinas. Watch and buy tickets to the biggest sports event of the year.